Hey, Xiomy here. So today I wanted to film my wrap-up for the Booktubeathon. I wanted to have a separate video for my August wrap-up because I don't know if I'm going to be too chit-chatty in this one. I'm going to try and make it as fast as I can because I just got out of work. The only thing I want to do is take a shower. It's really hot right now. I just want to turn on the AC and just, have some R&R. I'm also not going to be telling you the challenges that I accomplished for every single one of these books because it's the same as my TBR video that I managed to film. I'm just going to add one book and I'll tell you that throughout this video. I also am quite content with myself because I managed to read 6 books and 120-ish pages of a 7th book. So with that, I'm going to pat myself on the shoulder because I think that I did a really good job. So without further ado, let me just tell you the books that I read for this readathon. And the first one that I managed to pick up, because I also didn't follow the order because I am a mood reader, but I'm quite content that I managed to pick up every single one of them. And the first one was Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. This was just, oh my god, this was a strong read to start the readathon because I was sobbing. I was just literally, at moments I had to stop because I was crying so much because this book makes me empathize so much with the characters. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars because it was just such an impactful read, and the message, the things that are happening, everything was just so sad. Especially like, I was looking for information because I was like, wait, weren't the Soviets part of the Allies? Like, how could they do this to people from Lithuania and also other places? Like, how could they treat them like this? It was just such harsh things and harsh conditions to actually read about. There were moments that I was just like, wow, I can't continue reading about this. And even there are moments in the ocean of hate this main character is feeling love. I also felt love and that happiness for her because there were bits and pieces that, it's like she saw the sun at the end of a storm. It was just something that was really beautiful, having those moments. But there were also some great lines that I really did enjoy. But like, these characters made me empathize so much with them, and I didn't know about these certain aspects that happened during World War II, so it was great to have more information on them. And also I was constantly like looking up on the internet, so it did give me that bits of information. But like, if I can nitpick on anything, is basically the ending. I wanted a little bit more instead of what we got. Even though I get it, I understand why was it that it wrapped up that way. I just wanted a little bit more, but overall it was just such a great story. We also have like it shifts between, like, it does have like certain flashbacks because we have like the moments that are happening now within the story, and also she's thinking about like happy moments within her life. So you're gonna get those 2 different kinds of scenes. But overall, this was just such an important and great read that I'm quite content that I managed to pick it up. And the next one that I managed to pick up were graphic novels, and that is Avatar: The Last Airbender, Smoking Shadows Part 1, 2, and 3. And I really did love these. I can't criticize them too much. I gave them 5 out of 5 stars. If I can criticize something, it would be the last one, because I think like Zuko is a character that they're having him like regress constantly. I'm like, wasn't that a story arc that was already constructed in one of the graphic novels? Why re-include it in this one? Like, get something new, like give me something different. But overall, I just enjoyed everything. I also love that there's one character that's brought in again that we were like, wait, what happened to her? Like, what has she been doing throughout these couple of moments that she was out and about? And we get what was it that she was doing, and I just loved it so much. Even Sokka made me laugh again, and he's one that I obviously criticize a lot, but I just loved having Zuko and love having all of these characters, and also the Kyoshi warriors. It was just something that was so beautiful that I couldn't help but fangirl. I really did enjoy it, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars because of that. It was just such a great read. Every single one of them were great reads, and I wasn't like at one moment, why are they using this plot device? You shouldn't even use it. Like, what the hell's happening here? I was just like, I was content. Through and through, I was content. That's why I decided to give it, 5 out of 5 stars. And the next book that I decided to pick up, and the only thing that I'm going to say is before I even speak about this book, is thank the Lord that Six of Crows exists. Because if it was for Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, trust me, I would not be a fan at all. Like, at all. I had so many issues with this book, and I'm glad that I picked it up in audio format and I heard it at 1.5 speed, because if not, honestly, I think I would have DNF'd it. Alina, I could care less about her. I honestly didn't care about her. I thought she was just so codependent on somebody that I was just like rolling my eyes constantly. And also this trope of like, I'm not attractive, nobody loves me, until this beautiful, sexy man looks at me and he's paying attention to me, and maybe I'm interesting to somebody. That makes me roll my eyes like completely. Like, I hated it like badly. And just like the romance in this book, I could have cared less for it. I didn't ship any of it. I thought that with one romance that was happening, I thought it was more because based on their magic or their power, it was that attraction that they had because he is an amplifier. But the other one, I just didn't feel it. I need more information. I don't care if they were best friends or whatever, just I need more information for me to actually like root for them, to have them together. Alina, like I said, I could have cared less about her as a main character. I didn't connect with her at all, and I'm a person that has to connect with the main character. There were many moments that I enjoyed, like certain things that were happening, and she was, you know, okay with certain things that she was doing. And also I thought that the pace was really good. It didn't have me rolling my eyes. I thought the pace was really great and excellently accomplished. And I also thought that knowing more about the Grisha was something that was very intriguing for me, because there were some things that were mentioned in Crooked Kingdom and also Six of Crows. I was like, how is it that this I can get a little bit more information, and here you get a lot more information based on that. But, you know, overall, I was okay with it. It didn't wow me. It didn't blow my mind. The one freaking character that was really attractive in this book that I wanted to know more of, that is the Darkling. Now I get why people are so obsessed with him. I mean, I'm not obsessed with him, but like I can appreciate this character so much. Like I'm here like, wow, like the way he speaks is like, why do I even have to speak? Like, why do I even have to explain myself? Like, are you that dumb? You know, he has this kind of vibe to him that I was just like, oh my god, I live for this. Like, the only reason I'm going to continue this series is to know, like, what the hell is it that the Darkling is going to do. And I also want to know who the hell is Nikolai. Because here, we don't know who Nikolai is. I think he's being introduced in the second book, but like that's the only reason I'm going to continue. And also like maybe I want to know how does it wrap up. But as of Alina and like her interest, I don't care. I really don't care. So that's why I say I am so freaking content that Six of Crows exists, because Six of Crows since beginning to end just gripped me, and those characters were so memorable that I just loved so much, and I wanted more from them here. I just wanted it to end. So yeah, I mean, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, but I'm still debating as to whether I want to lower it to 3.5 or 3.75. I still don't know, because I have many issues. A lot of those are spoilers, so I can't say too much. But as soon as I have like my Goodreads available, I'll link it down below. But I always link my Goodreads down below because some I do have reviews for. Unfortunately, this one I don't. I have it written down. I just have to take the time to actually like type it out. But you know, it is what it is, you know. The next one that I decided to pick up is one that really blew my mind. I was not expecting to love it as much as I did, and that is Labyrinth Loft by Zoraida Cordova. I freaking love this book like so much. You have Latino representation, you have bi representation, you have beautiful family dynamics, you have a story that'll grip you from beginning to end. You have this in-between world that's created that's so amazing that it's just like it has this Wonderland-ish kind of vibe, but yet it's eerie, and these things that are there, they just want to kill you, and you're like here like I don't want to be a part of that, but then I want to be a part of that. It was just so great, and I just loved it so much. I couldn't turn the pages fast enough. That's how much I devoured this book. And I also like love the fact that, you know, there is this slow burn romance that I lived for. And if you don't know anything about this, this is basically Alex. She is a bruja. Unfortunately, she doesn't want her powers because she thinks that her powers are dangerous. So one day she decides to do this spell to get rid of this magic. Unfortunately, something goes wrong, and she has to go and retrieve her family. She has to right the wrongs that she did, and it was just such amazing. There are things, plot twists and turns that happened that I was not expecting, but it was just such a great read, and I really did love it. And I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars because Alex, she's very stubborn, and like at times I wanted her to stop being so stubborn. And also I have a few other issues, but you know, I'll go into spoilers, so I'm not gonna say too much about it. But it was just such a great read, and I can't wait to continue in this series that this author has. But it was so good. The next book that I decided to pick up is also one that really did surprise me, and that is Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu. I fangirled like hard. Like I'm a geek at heart, and like having something about Batman and also in his teenage years, and like being able to love him as, you know, as a character, and there isn't too much teenage angst, because that's one of the many reasons why I did criticize Wonder Woman Warbringer. I just wasn't feeling it. But in this one, I was just feeling everything. I couldn't turn the pages fast enough, and I just wanted to finish it so badly. There is a moment where there's so much dialogue that I was just like, you know what, stop talking. Give me action. What's gonna happen? I was so intrigued to see what else was going to happen. But overall, I just loved it. I love this teenage Batman. He was something that I freaking fangirled over. I also love that it's non-stop action from beginning to end. And, you know, got to know more about Arkham Asylum is something that was really cool. Like him being in there, and also like building up to be this detective. There's also these subtle hints that are being thrown in the book that I was just like, oh my god, I'm living for this. Like honestly, it was everything that I wanted in a Batman read and more. We also have these characters that you know about Batman that are there, and you're like, I know who you are. Like, I know who you are. I know what you're going to become also. So it was just so great to have these characters. Even the side characters were so memorable that I wanted to know more and more about them, and I just thought that it was just so brilliant. And also his love interest, I was like, you know what you're talking about, woman. You know what you are writing. If I can criticize anything, is that I wanted more about it, because it was just, to me, it felt like such little reads. And even though we have a lot, it's like 250 some pages, and even though it's big, but I was like, no, I want more, you know? So, you know, those are the things that I can say that I did nitpick. But overall, this was just such a great read, and I was not expecting to love it as much as I did. So yay for Marie Lu. I'm really, really enjoying this. The next book that I decided to pick up was the book to movie adaptation, and that is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. The audiobook was really good. I did love the narration that the person speaking decided to use. It was just so great. I'm lost for words right now because I'm really, really hot. But like, I really enjoyed it, and I also obviously watched the movie. I have a few things with the movie. Maybe I might do a book to movie adaptation, like where I speak about them. I don't know yet, because I have a lot of things to say on the movie, even though I think it's a good adaptation. There are a couple of things that I'm like, what? But after I read this one, I noticed that I have a Monster Calls, and I was like, I've never seen the movie for that one, and I really did love the book, and I wanted to see the movie, but I'll leave it for another time. But as of right now, I managed to pick this one up, and it was really good, and the audiobook was really great. So yeah, it was good. The final one that I picked up for the readathon was AntiDarkened by Kirsten White. I managed to read 122 pages of this book. What I can tell you is that this is a real character-driven book. I could care less about the plots that's happening, but like, I really do love the characters. Lara, I cannot connect with her as a character because she's really fierce and ruthless, and she's basically a savage. Like, that woman scares the hell out of me, and I have difficulty connecting with villainous and or anti-hero kind of characters unless you know, it's Cass Brecker, but whatever, you know. But like, she's too ruthless for me, but I love her as a character because, you know, what the things that she wants, I can applaud them for, and you know, and on that level I appreciate her and how she is as a character. But Radu, oh my god, he is my sweet, sweet Cinnabon. He is just so cute, and I hate it when he suffers. There are times where I'm like, don't make him suffer. Like, I even cry when he cries because it's just like, oh my god, I love you. He's just such a cute character. There's also this other character that's being introduced, and I'm like, I wonder what's gonna happen. But as of right now, I'm really enjoying this book, and it's a character-driven book, and that's something that I love. So I cannot wait to continue reading it. As of right now, you know, it has my undivided attention. But those are all the books that I managed to pick up for this readathon. If I have to say which were my favorites, I would definitely have to choose between Labyrinth Loft and Batman Nightwalker. Those are the ones that I really, really did enjoy. But that's it for this video. I want to thank you for watching, and until next time.